I give a lot of body language tips to my clients. I have to give certain tips to my male clients often and certain tips to my female clients, and I'm going to give you all the tips. One of the tips that I often have to give to my male clients is to sit forward, indicating your interest and enthusiasm. A lot of my male clients have this sort of swagger, arrogant, sit backwards, sort of take up all the space, which is great. That does project confidence. The problem is you don't want to surpass confidence into arrogance. That is one of my first body language for anyone, but I often have to tell my male clients, sit forward to convey your enthusiasm. Another one is to smile. It may feel a little bit much. It may feel like I'm smiling too much. I feel like a crazy clown. But in America especially, we really appreciate smiling. It makes the other person feel at ease. And it actually, even if you're feeling nervous, it will send a little bit of dopamine to your brain and make you feel more at ease. I also recommend that you sit up straight. That's just going to make you look more alert and engaged. As you can see, I speak a lot with my hands, and that's okay. If you are interviewing for a very, let's say, buttoned up and a linear thinking job, an example of that would be a management consultant, you may actually want to speak with your hands less because that may be conveying to the person that you're like a, let me see, like a wild circular thinker, like I am, and they're actually looking for very calm linear thinkers. Another piece of body language advice that I would give everyone is to remember to breathe. That is one of mine. I always hold my breath, but you don't want to pass out in your interview, nor do you want to run out of breath. A piece of advice that I have to give my women often during their interviews is to not end their sentences in a way that makes what you just said sound like a question. That means try to not have your voice go up at the end of your sentences like this, like that. You want to, if you're making a declaration, keep your sentence on an even keel. You also just want to make sure that you are heard. If you have sort of a low, I don't mean low like this, I mean like if you have a low volume voice, you want to speak from your diaphragm and make sure you project. But for the most part, I actually find that most people, as long as they feel like the other person on the side of the table is another human with flaws, hopes, and dreams, that they are able to interview well. As long as you come prepared with questions for the interviewer, remembering a few of those body language tips that I just gave you will do great.